Good morning. We are so glad to have you watching 3+U. We had so much fun yesterday. If you were able to catch our Tvfcu Idea Leap Grant Competition pitch show here on 3+U. Yesterday we focused on Northwest Georgia. This morning we're back covering the Ocoee region, and Todd Fortner, President and CEO of Tvfcu, joins me again this morning to kick off round two. Great to see you.
Good morning, Julie. We're thrilled to be here and ready to give some money away to the Ocoee region.
So let's talk money a little bit. You and I went over this a little bit yesterday. This is the 8th year for the Idea Leap Grant pitch competition. Almost $1 million awarded in those 8 years?
Yeah, after we give away this year's awards, it'll be almost $1 million we've given to small businesses. This is no strings attached, free grant money that they use to grow their business and increase their payroll and invest in our communities.
We were talking a little bit in yesterday's show off camera about how lives are changed. I mean, $75,000 5 business owners walked away with yesterday. 5 more will do that today from the Ocoee region. When you talk about lives changed, you've got some numbers to kind of back that up.
Yeah, so last year's winner in the Ocoee region was Ocoee Riverside Farms. They're in Benton, Tennessee, and they have a great program where they allow parties to come in, and they have a place you can stay there, and they have a lot of exotic animals. They have sloths and kangaroos, and you can have a sloth experience or a kangaroo experience. So with the money they won as part of last year's grant, they built a pavilion on their site that allows them to now have field trips and host a lot of school kids, and they've been able to really grow and expand their business. They have grown from 3 employees to 19 employees since they won the grant money last year.
So here's how this hour works. In case you didn't catch it yesterday, we've been covering these 21 and then now down to 10 businesses in Northwest Georgia, today Ocoee, as they battle their way to these winnings today with this pitch competition. It's kind of like Shark Tank. So we've got a panel of 9 judges, all volunteer judges, who are here this morning. 2 of those are former winners.
That's correct. Our judging panel is independent of the credit union, so that we have folks from the community that come in and evaluate the businesses and their pitches to decide who is most deserving and who can do the most with the money that we give away.
So the contestants, there are 5 of them. They all have 5 minutes to make their pitch to the judges. The judges can then ask a few questions of them. As the hour begins to wind down, they will go and make their decisions and deliberate, and before the hour ends, you'll have a chance to find out who walks away with $30,000. All 5 contestants, however, are going to walk away a winner, right?
That's correct. They've all done a lot to get to this point, so today we're going to determine who's going to be the grand prize winner, and the second place winner will get $15,000 today, and all 3 other contestants will have $10,000.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started, because I know the contestants are ready. We are ready to get this show on the road as they speak, so we're going to head in first with Trevor Casey and Bigfoot Outfitters. There is no shortage of beautiful places around the Tennessee Valley, but Trevor Casey may get to claim one of the prettiest at his Bigfoot Outfitters in Benton. So beautiful, in fact, people travel from all over the world to join Casey and his veteran rafting guides on tours of the Ocoee River. Though the rapids and the water never lose their thrill, for Casey, the greatest thrill is watching the smiles on his customers' faces. He understands them, for he too was once a tourist on these waters. The impact on him so powerful, he was determined to find a way to make this spot his home. And when the location that is now Bigfoot came available, he snagged it. Over the years, he's poured a ton of sweat and even more love into this place, updating cabins, clearing the grounds, and creating a space where families, church groups, and all lovers of the outdoors come to escape into his slice of heaven. If he wins the Idea Leap grant, Trevor plans to make access to the water even easier for his customers by adding a ramp to this section of his property. The land adjacent is the very spot where he found his way to these waters. Now he gets to help others find their way too. Life coming full circle.
Hello, my name is Trevor Casey. I'm the owner of Bigfoot Outfitters on the Ocoee River in Benton, Tennessee. We have a 35-acre adventure resort and offer whitewater rafting on the upper and middle sections of the Ocoee River. Additionally, we do have property on the lower Ocoee River that enables us to do tubing and guiding rafting trips on the lower, calmer section of river. We do also have 8 rental units on our property. We have private cabins, a lodge, and a duplex cabin as well. We also do have 6 RV sites on site and plenty of camping options. At our riverfront property across the road, we also have a really nice fishing and swimming hole that is available for all our overnight guests to utilize. As far as what we would do with the grant funds and how that would impact our business, we plan to spend $15,000 with the addition of a boat ramp at our riverfront property. Additionally, we also plan to add a pavilion on the banks of the river as well. That would cost another $20,000 approximately. The boat ramp would allow for easier access to and from the river and allow us to grow that tubing and rafting business on that lower stretch. It does also expand our demographic. For whitewater rafting, all participants must be at least 12 years old, but for the lower stretch, we can take kids as young as 3 years old on a guided rafting trip or as young as 6 years old on tubing trips. With the pavilion, it also allows us to expand our offerings. We plan to also have that as a wedding venue. We can do concerts there as well, also host both private and corporate events. As far as what impact our business has on the local community, we do bring people in from all over the country to come whitewater rafting and stay with us. And there's an opportunity for them to spend a significant amount of money in the area. We're able to recommend other local businesses, restaurants, shops, and grocery stores, things like that. We actually have a guidebook in each one of our cabins that has that local business information as well. Also has local hiking trails, where to fish, and other activities in the area. As far as what impact we have overall, a portion of our revenue or the taxes generated from the rentals does go to our local Chamber of Commerce and allows them to support their marketing efforts. We also do hire local guides, bus drivers, office staff, etc., and often cross-train them in multiple areas of the business. We do get quite a few requests for donations throughout the year from local organizations, sports teams, and things like that. We're able to help them with their fundraising needs by donating rafting trips, typically to be auctioned off to help them meet their fundraising needs. We've been over to donate over several hundred rafting trips in the 6 years that we have been in business. We do try to keep those donations as close to home as possible and support our local community. With the amount of people that we are bringing in on an annual basis, they end up spending somewhere in the neighborhood of $400,000 to $500,000 per year. If a direct competitor popped up, why would they choose Bigfoot over our competition? We actually have a total of 22 rafting companies on the Ocoee, so we have a lot of direct competitors. Some of the ways we're able to differentiate ourselves from the competitors is one of the main things is that we are one of the only companies on the Ocoee that has all 5-star reviews. That's been extremely hard to achieve and maintain. We actually have over 600 5-star reviews currently, which means in the 6 years we've been in business, we've got a greater number of 5-star reviews than other companies that have been in business for 30+ years. One of the reasons we're able to achieve those 5-star reviews, in addition to having great customer service, we also do hire some of the most experienced guides on the river. Our guides do average 10+ years, which means we do have one of the most highly trained staff on the Ocoee. One of the other things with us, we are the only company, rafting company on the Ocoee that has nice rental cabins that have river access, so people can stay here and play here. We're kind of a one-stop shop. As far as what you can expect to see from Bigfoot Outfitters in the next couple years, with the addition of the boat ramp, we plan to significantly grow that lower Ocoee business to the tune of about $30,000 a year annually. With the boat ramp and wedding venue and concert venue, we expect that to bring in about another $50,000 per year. Lastly, in 2027, we plan to break ground on about 15 to 20 more rental cabins on our riverfront portion of the property. Thank you.
So when we talk about your competitors, Bigfoot Outfitters, what is something special that you may do that other places don't do, cabin rentals, when it comes to Bigfoot?
Well, we're actually one of the only rafting companies that does stay open year-round. One of the other really nice things about us is that anybody that does stay with us has access to the lower Ocoee River. There's been a lot of fish caught right there on our 400 feet of river access, and a great spot to swim in the summertime as well when it's warm. We also have some people that will bring their own kayaks, so they're able to use our takeout there, which makes us kind of unique as far as the cabin rentals in the area.
Trevor, following up, One of the things that you said in your presentation is that you offer tubing down the lower section. Are you the only company on the Ocoee doing that?
We're actually one of two companies, so there is one other company doing that, which has been a great addition to the business. There's less competition for the tubing trips, obviously, to do that, and it does give us a lot more opportunity to get entire families with younger kids as well.
Okay, we are off to a fantastic start. One contestant down, 4 more to come. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Flory Custom Woodworking and Frazier Fabrications make their pitches to the judges.
Tvfcu, a place for all of us.
To me, there's nothing more exciting than the next project. You have to visualize it and you have to conceptualize it, and then you go ahead and just start taking wood off, chip at a time. That's when 2D really becomes 3D. The inside of a carousel horse is always hollow. Carvers like to leave a piece of history buried inside. But once you've carved enough on it, you put glass eyes into them. And when you do that, they start looking at you. And you'll be working and they'll be staring at you, making sure that you're doing a good job. Sometimes when it gets a little creepy in here, you start looking around and they're all watching you. They got a life of their own. I'm Larry Ridge with Horsing Around and Tvfcu, sharing the magic.
Tvfcu, a place for all of us.
It's my daughter's birthday and we're smoking some jerk chicken and we're going to celebrate. The unique thing about jerk chicken is the spice blend that they make. Lime juice, ginger, garlic, thyme, basil, allspice, berries. The history of jerk is about the story of the Maroons, Jamaican slaves who were on the run from their captors. They buried their food and smoked it in the ground so they can stay hidden. Serving food to me is about memory and passing down stories. That gives the dish or a meal a lot more meaning, and that's such a powerful thing. I feel like creating things like that for people to consume that'll nourish them brings you closer to God. I'm Chef Kenyatta Ashford with NutriGround and Tvfcu, sharing the magic.
Okay, let's keep things going. Up next, Josh Flory with Flory Custom Woodworking up in Riceville, Tennessee. If home is where the heart is, your home is where his heart is too. For Josh Flory, a little respect goes a long way. In fact, respect is at the helm of everything he does at Flory Custom Woodworking. Respect for the craft, respect for each other, and certainly respect for the customer, which is why customers are willing to wait their turn for an opportunity to have Josh bring his talents to their home. Whether it's creating custom cabinets, an heirloom dining table, or just a beautiful bowl made from a loved but lost tree, Flory's team gives life to one-of-a-kind legacy pieces. He spent his teenage days building speakers for friends' cars. He loved the applied mathematics of it and thought of becoming an engineer. But Josh is a creator, and the craft of woodworking hit closer to his core. When he made kitchen cabinets for his brother, word spread fast, and soon he had a waiting list and a team of 8 craftsmen lending their talents too. If he wins today's Idea Leap grant, Josh plans to expand his workshop and continue his passion of providing opportunities for others. Eager to share his craft with the next generation, Josh offers apprenticeships for young people in the area, encouraging them on their own journey to small business ownership too.
Hello, I'm Josh Flory, Flory Custom Woodworking in Riceville, and we build custom cabinets and furniture for most of the residential spaces, and we are in need of a new space. So we're looking, with this grant money, it would be part of a down payment for a loan to move into a new space. We would expect that space to be 10,000 square feet, and we want to be in the Calhoun area. We love the community there, and there are some building and zoning advantages that we would like to take advantage of in McMinn County. So part of this, we would have a showroom. A showroom, industry standards show you can increase your sales by 15% just by adding a showroom, because people get to come in and see and touch what you actually do with your space. And so I'd love to share a little bit with you about how we got to this point. So I drove a truck for 12 years over the road, and while I was on the road, had a lot of time to think. So I'd think about things I enjoyed, you know, when I used to do woodworking, and then I started doing some more. So in 2015, I gave some Christmas presents to some people, and my brother was in the process of starting to build a house. And so I begged him to let me do his cabinets. And finally he asked me one day, he said, "Do you know how to build cabinets?" And I lied to him and I said, "Yeah, I can do it." And so kind of conned him into it, but we figured it out. We got those cabinets built and we started posting them on social media. And it was a surprise to me how many people needed something, a custom storage solution or a thing for their house that they couldn't find off the shelf. So we started getting calls. So 2018, after a lot of time on the road, I would talk to these other guys at the truck stop counters about to retire, and what are you gonna do, And they would talk about they didn't have great relationships with their family. They spent so much time away from them. And so, sorry, choked up about this. So my wife and I, a lot of thought, a lot of prayer, we decided we're getting calls. 2018, we went full time in the basement just doing woodworking. So we sold the trucks, continued to grow. In 2020, we built a 4,000 square foot shop there at the house because I didn't have a vision yet, just thought we need some space. So we had our 4,000 square foot shop and I thought that's all we'll ever need. Then we started hiring people and we continue to get calls. One of our investments is our team. So if you see the stuff going on behind me, the team that we have, they do wonderful work and we're able to provide pieces to our customers that they need. And so we have grown so much that now the 4,000 feet that we thought was going to be enough forever is not enough, which is why we're looking to expand and move into a 10,000 feet. We also don't have a showroom at the moment, so our customers are relying on website pictures and things like that to see what they do. We're currently in the Calhoun area and we love our community. So one of the things we do, we give back. We give lumber and plywood to the Future Farmers of America. They have a woodworking program. Last year they sent us pictures of 8 or 9 projects that they did, and one of my favorite, they had built a ramp to load pigs onto the trailer so they could go to their shows. They show pigs involved in agriculture. We also gave at least 75 bags of shavings to the Livestock Association. They use it for animal bedding, and they're able to keep their stalls clean and things like that. We donate part of my time to the Career Training Education Board, and that gives me an opportunity to reach kids in education. Started woodworking in high school, but I wasn't introduced to it as a career, as a possible thing to do later on in life. So I love having the opportunity through that advisory board to talk with educators about how we can reach kids with this craft at a young age so that they know that it's a viable option. And we also set aside 1% of all our sales for charitable donations, and that's employee driven. So employees have ideas. We've given to local charities, disaster relief. As we grow, our opportunity to help continues to grow because that is a percentage and it's just going to grow with us. So we are really excited about those opportunities that we have. When we move into this new facility, our customers are going to continue to choose us for the same reason they've always chosen us. Custom, right? It's in our name. That's what we do. So this island's a good example. So these feet we turned in the shop, scallops. It's not a standard height. So if you go big box store, something off the shelf, you cannot find a piece like this. So if it's something that a person wants in their house, I can see this going into an apartment. Somebody wants to respect their landlord, but they want something they can do food prep for their family. Here's an opportunity for them. So when we move into this space, they're going to come to us for the same reasons that they always have. In the next 2 years, you can expect to see us in this new space in the McMinn County area, and hopefully you'll get a chance to come in, see our showroom, touch our products. We would love to interact with you and get one of these custom pieces in your home. Thank you.
Do you have any competition? And if so, how are you different from your competition?
There is some competition. It's kind of a dying craft. So a lot of the competition is older. The guys that don't want to continue, they haven't invested in their people like we have. My vision for us is to have a business that will outlast me, that if I'm involved or not involved, we've got the processes in place and our people continue. So there are other shops in McMinn and Bradley County. Many of them, though, are not willing to do this. So we actually got started a shop in Athens. The people would come to him and they'd want something custom, and he'd say, "No, I don't want to do that." And I met him one day, and he said, "I'll send you everything that I don't want to do." I said, "Perfect." So we got started that way, and it's continued to be good for us. So with us being willing to say yes to people, we get those opportunities.
During our site visit, we saw you had interns in your shop. Will you talk a little bit about your internship program?
Yeah, so the internship is part of my desire to show this trade to younger people. So we have had high school students that come in and potentially do the drafting portion of it. One of those kids, he loved painting, so he got an opportunity to also do some finish for us. We have hired through Cleveland State's program. We did one of their programs where they do the work and study at the same time. And it wasn't the person that was working with us for that program, but in talking with him, he knew a girl that would probably be interested, and we hired her full time, and she's there doing just wonderful things. A lot of the stuff on here is a result of her ability to do that. We hire high school students through the summer. We don't employ them during the school year because they need to focus on school, but during the summer, we have that couple of month window where we're able to pay them a decent wage, and they can have access to this. Maybe some kid gets a fuel for it, a passion for it like I did. You know, if not, we teach them work ethic, skills, respect for people. We're in people's homes, so they get to develop their skills for the workforce later on in life.
Okay, from custom woodworking to beautiful coppersmithing, our next contestants, Fraser Fabrications, a husband and wife team who found love of a craft along with love of each other. We all know the old saying, all that shines is not gold. And Andrew and Jalique Fraser couldn't agree more. They would say it's copper. Together, they run Fraser Fabrications from their home in Bradley County, where their basement workshop is an artist's haven. Their love of copper was forged in struggle, though. A job layoff set Andrew down an unexpected path to become a coppersmith apprentice. And the journey that has followed is as intricate and inspiring as the copper pieces he now creates. Not only did he fall in love with the art, he fell in love with Jalique, a nurse who abandoned the medical field to pursue her love of coppersmithing as well. Today, they travel the Southeast selling their custom copper creations at markets like the one in Chattanooga, where they've become a fan favorite. From wall hangings to mailboxes, fun wine totes to jewelry, each piece is totally handcrafted, the Frasers painstakingly spinning and hammering each piece themselves. While a nod to their skills, it's a burden on their production, which is why they hope to buy a metal spinner should they win today's competition in the Ideal Leap grant.
Hi, I'm Andrew Fraser.
And I'm Jalique Fraser, and we're Fraser's Fabrication. We have been Coppersmith family for 3 years now. And in the past 3 years, we've been able to create custom copper fixtures as well as copper art for the community.
Yeah, the Ocoee region has a long history of copper, as anybody who's driven out the old copper road to go to Copper Hill can tell you.
And so we're really excited about bringing back that shine to the area through our craftsmanship and skill.
Yeah, so I got started with coppersmithing by building custom light fixtures, and that's what we want to expand our business into being able to do. In order to do this, I'll need to get a metal spinner, which lets you take flat pieces of copper and turn them into round 3D shapes quickly and efficiently. Delivered and installed, that costs $10,000. I'll also need a bandsaw to create the tooling for the metal spinner, which is an additional $1,000. And we're gonna get a CNC laser cutter to help the workflow in the shop, as well as the intricacy of the objects that we can make. That's $16,000. And as we make these changes and we grow, we're going to need additional materials and hardware to be able to enter the wholesale market. And that's going to be at least $5,000, which brings us to a total of $32,000.
And we're really excited about investing all of that into our business so that we can have a greater impact for our business and our family as well as the community. In the past 3 years, we've been able to donate over $2,000 a year in copper art, in demonstrations, and raffles, and charities, and everything like that, just to increase the amount of copper that people can experience, as well as we have an environmental impact in that we don't want to waste any copper, because copper is a precious, beautiful metal. And so what we do is whatever pieces of copper we have left over from our art, I will reimagine them into jewelry so that you guys can, so that anybody can have a little bit of copper in any way, and we don't make any waste.
I think part of our competitive advantage is the broad spectrum of things that we offer, because we do make everything from jewelry to art to chimney caps or vena hoods. And part of the reason we're able to do that with excellence is because I have over 18,000 hours of experience working with and learning from master coppersmiths with decades of experience.
And that's like almost 9 years of full-time work.
And we also have 3 years of working for ourselves.
Which is no small feat. Starting a business is an effort, and we're so happy to be on this journey. In the next couple years, we're really interested in figuring out what more we can do for our community, as well as how we're going to grow the business.
Yeah, we want to increase the number of things that we offer by at least 3 times, grow our revenue by at least 5 times, and hire a full-time apprentice.
Yes, Andrew started this business as an apprentice, and I think it only makes sense to continue the business with teaching other people about the craft, as well as raising awareness for how good craftsmanship needs to still be an active part of our community, as well as for gainful employment.
I have replaced things that were 150 years old. I've repaired things that were 60 or 70 years old. And one of my goals is to make sure that when the things I've made have reached that age, that there are people who understand the art and the history and the craft who can take care of them to make sure they see their full potential lifespan.
Yeah, and I think it's really cool that our children could walk around town and say, hey, my dad built that. And so that's why we're really interested in being a huge part of the community and building our business with that support and investment.
Thanks for trusting us and investing in us.
Thank you.
Do you guys have competitors in the area, and what sets you apart?
So in the Ocoee region right now, there are no real competitors except for maybe roofing companies that would offer but a limited amount of copper options, whereas for us, we're able to offer a lot more copper things, anywhere from roofing items as well as kitchen items, wall art, and the jewelry, just in case.
Do you guys have a favorite project or product that you've worked on here recently?
I personally love hammering out the mushrooms. You see them down there, because I think that it's a lot of fun to use different hammers and tools to evoke certain shapes on the copper, so that we can, so that I can expand my craft as far as being a craftsman or craftswoman, as well as giving people so many different varieties of styles and shapes, just so that we can be we can have a lot of opportunities for people to choose and to experience copper in any way that seems fun for them.
As far as the art side goes, I've really been enjoying making things that have motion to them, because copper is such an organic material, the way that it moves, where it flows into the shape of the mushrooms. It's very organic, and so making things that have motion to them has been a lot of fun for me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this hour is going by quickly, already halfway through, but there are still 2 more contestants waiting to make their pitches to the judges. When we come back, it's visionary motorsports and fabrication with some vintage cars to talk about, and then Theme Fusion makes his creative pitch to the judges as well. Don't go away.
Tvfcu, a place for all of us.
Okay, girls, guess what? Today I've got some birthday money for you. First, we're gonna give $3 of our $30, and that money is gonna go to the porcupine exhibit, and it's gonna help feed the porcupines. Okay, then the second thing that we're gonna do is we need to save 10%, and that might be for another big toy later on, like a bike or something fun, right? So after we have given some of our money away and we have saved some money, then we can go buy a treat with the rest of our money. Give, save, and spend. I'm Tammy Zumprin with TVFCU at the Chattanooga Zoo, and we are sharing the magic.
For all kinds of wheels. TVFCU Auto Loans. For all kinds of nests. TVFCU Home Loans.
Tvfcu, a place for all of us.
You have to visualize it and you have to conceptualize it, and then you go ahead and just start taking wood off, chip at a time. Once you're carved enough on it, you put glass eyes into them. And when you do that, they start looking at you. and you'll be working and they'll be staring at you and making sure that you're doing a good job. I'm Larry Ridge with Horsing Around and TVFCU sharing the magic.
Welcome back to this year's ID Leap Grant Pitch. Our next contestants, let's talk some vintage cars this time. They carry nostalgia, often our childhoods with them. The next contestants, Visionary Motorsports and Fabrication, where the only people who love your car more than you do might be Katie and Bobby McGrath. Bobby McGrath fell in love with baby blue Broncos, or any color Bronco for that matter, long before they were cool. And today, people searching for the best performance out of their vintage Broncos, Jeeps, even Astro vans, travel far and wide to find Bobby at his Visionary Motorsports and Fabrication shop in McDonald. The shop is part nostalgia, with Jeeps and Broncos dating back through the decades, and part dreams becoming reality, as he can customize almost any car to an owner's imagination. Bobby bought his first Bronco when he was 13. 30 years later, he still drives it. His wife Katie has one too, a true vintage one that Bobby grabbed on a deal, then lovingly restored for her over the years. She says she's forever getting stopped by people begging her to sell it, but the answer, of course, is always no. But they do say yes as often as possible to the customers wanting to bring new life to their old cars that are often family treasures. Whether intended for fun on the weekends or professional competition, Bobby and Katie put the same time and care into each one, making sure clients receive exactly what they want. Should they win today's competition, they plan to purchase new equipment to help them provide even better results for their clients. Putting the customer first. Now that's a classic for success in business.
Hello! We are Bobby and Katie McGrath, owners of Visionary Motorsports. At Visionary Motorsports, we turn dreaming into driving, and the ID Leap funds will provide 3 new pieces of equipment totaling $31,985 that will make more dreams come true. Bobby, what's the first thing?
A parts washer.
A parts washer will greatly enhance our shop efficiency because instead of our people scrubbing 50-year-old grease off of engine parts, a machine will do it. What's next?
A vehicle lift.
We have already built the space for another work bay. We lack only a lift, and then we can hire a person to work in that space. Not only will this create another job in our community, but also it will help us to serve the ever-growing list of people who are waiting for us to build their cars. Bobby, what's the third thing?
An exhaust bender.
The man who's been doing our custom exhaust work for years is retiring. This means that not only us, but all his customers suddenly have nowhere to go. This is an amazing opportunity for us because, with the help of the ID Leap funding, we are perfectly positioned to fill this need. We have already built the space to put it. We already have the expertise to use it. We just need a machine, and then we can add custom exhaust to our service offerings.
Also, this business is located outside the Ocoee region.
Meaning, this is an opportunity for us to impact our local community by bringing all that work and all the revenue that comes with it into the Ocoee region. With a parts washer, a vehicle lift, and an exhaust bender, we can double our current number of employees, creating an estimated $300,000 in local economic impact through salaries, parts purchases, and increased customer traffic. Bobby, in addition to local economic impact, how else do we impact our community?
By helping young adults learn how to work on their own vehicles.
The only thing better than driving a unique or classic car is driving one you built yourself. And we have helped more than a dozen young people to do exactly that. Working on their own vehicles helps them to build confidence, problem-solving skills, and pride in their work. The most magical moments in our shop happen when a young person turns the key for the first time. The engine roars to life, and they suddenly realize just how much they really can accomplish.
What would happen if a competitor moved next door?
Our customers would keep coming to us for the same reason you don't switch family doctors when a new practice opens. First, as young entrepreneurs working out of our garage. And now, as a fully incorporated business, we have been building vehicles in this community for 23 years. We have earned our spot in a tightly connected network of local businesses that support each other and refer work to one another. We are deeply embedded in our community. We are growing and we are thriving. And the Idea Leap grant will help us grow faster.
Katie, what could happen in the next 2 years?
If we place an order today, everything will be here by May 17. And by June 1st, Visionary Motorsports will be hiring. By expanding our service offerings to include custom exhaust, within 2 years, we could double our customer base. We are ready, the opportunity is waiting, and the Idea Leap grant will get us there. Let's do this. We'll turn more dreaming into driving together. And thank you.
Great job, guys. Tell us what was one of the biggest challenges you've had over the 23 years in business.
One of the biggest challenges is actually what we do is a lot of long-term projects, and then we try to put the small-term, like the short projects in between those. So kind of scheduling all that is pretty difficult. So that's one of the big challenges we face, is just kind of trying to keep everybody happy, keep projects moving along at the same time.
Bobby and Katie, you've talked a lot about your passion, and I know you've done a lot of your own vehicles. Tell us about one of your favorite vehicles that's not yours, that you've done for someone else.
There's two that are uniquely different. So one is like hundreds of hours of all custom. It was a lowered rat rod style 1930 two-door car. And it was everything. I mean, we had to build motor mounts, frame, everything we touched had to be custom built. And then there's another project we're working on, we just got done with actually, is a Bronco, and it's a 1969 Bronco. And it is one of those historic ones where the grandson's like, I want to get my grandpa's truck going. So his grandpa bought this truck brand new. And then when in 1980s, it was, not usable anymore. And he wasn't even born until 91. So he never rode in it. He just knew his grandpa had it. And so we got it done for this big Bronco event last week. And it's interesting because he's driving around, he's like, this drives like a dream, And then he's like, I feel like grandpa's in there with me. So.
Okay, this is it. We are down now to our fifth and final contestant. Up next, Theme Fusion and Joe McCullough. He's a born creator who brings imagination to life. At Theme Fusion in Cleveland, the byline could be Team Inclusion, because Joe McCullough is all about including as many people as possible on the creative journeys that result in magic for his customers. A born artist, Joe is also a born visionary, and his dreams of turning his theme design company into a launch pad for other artists is as big as the sculptures he creates in his studio. From across the region, churches, schools, doctors' offices, even a movie theater turn to Theme Fusion and their endless imaginations to transform otherwise typical rooms into one-of-a-kind spaces. While the larger-than-life 3D props and interactive play designs really give life to his customers' visions, Joe has seen a growing interest in the wall murals his team creates. So much interest, in fact, he needs help installing them all, which is why he hopes to start an apprentice program to teach people how to hang them. It's a great career path, one that could easily lead the people who join him to small business ownership of their own. For Joe, it's a win-win-win. A win for his customers, a win for the folks who join him, and a win for the community he loves. Joe McCullough is definitely not your average Joe.
Hello, my name is Joe McCullough, and I am the creator of Theme Fusion in Cleveland, Tennessee. Theme Fusion imagines and builds creative environments to enhance the entertainment and educational aspect of small businesses throughout the Southeast. Our work runs the gamut from escape games and mini golf all the way to churches and pediatric dentist offices. We infuse our client space with engagement points to create authentic connections and facilitate stronger community bonds. We have refined our methods for 20 years, and we are more than ready to take the next leap forward. Grant funding will kickstart a new digital print division through the purchase of a large format printer and accessories. We currently spend up to 40% of our production budget on vendor services, and the largest single item is consistently mural printing and installation. The purchase and setup of new mural printers will cost $35,000 and will help us regain control of our delivery schedules and maintain high standards in our print quality. Additionally, we will train our installers to hang murals and support wholesale customers in the development of their own installation service. Finding mural installers has been the biggest challenge for us in the last few years, and when we call on a vendor, you would think they were gold leafing the Palace of Versailles based on the quotes they provide. We need to control costs and stay competitive so the impact on our business cannot be overstated. We will capture more revenue from our budgets, create new jobs, and reach untapped markets as printing murals is a lower cost of barrier to themed spaces. We know somebody out there wants a Star Wars inspired media room, and we want to help them achieve that at an affordable price. So I believe the equipment and expansion will be good for our business. But how is our business good for the community? We love living and working in the Ocoee region and participate in initiatives to honor our neighbors and the underserved. In the last 3 years, we donated $38,000 of in-kind gifts and volunteer hours. We've built stage props for Habitat for Humanity's fundraiser. We hosted shop tours and offered sculpting workshops to the Boys and Girls Clubs. We donated a whimsical sculpture to Give Kids the World, a Make-A-Wish Foundation resort in Kissimmee, Florida. If a direct competitor pops up, how would we handle it, and why would our customers choose us over them? I have a two-part answer to address pressure from competition. Firstly, we've built our business relationships from the beginning on trust and integrity. We have to establish trust in what we offer. It's just too weird if we don't. And we lead with integrity every day if we hope to achieve client loyalty, which provides a competitive advantage and insulates us from client attrition. And secondly, we see competitors as opportunities to form strategic alliances. We find energy for projects that are beyond our normal scope of work. We don't sell services, we sell solutions, and we use services to achieve that. So our competitor business might have a solution that we need. I believe competition can be good for innovation in an iron sharpens iron kind of way. What can you expect to see from ThemeFusion in the next few years? In the near term, we will set up our new print operation, invest in training, and practice installing murals on the break room, which will become our first showroom. Within 12 to 18 months, we plan to add 2 new employees to operate the new print operation and add to a sales office. The increase in revenue from printing in-house will be reinvested to weatherproof and add climate control to our shop space. You've probably heard the phrase, the sky's the limit. But have you ever stopped to think how terrifying that must be to an astronaut? We think differently about almost everything, even dad jokes, but especially environmental design and customer experiences. We set out to propel our clients to a limitless space and achieve outcomes beyond their wildest beliefs. Thank you.
Joe, you've already had a strong philosophy about how you do business and how you think about community. And you talked a lot at our site visit about how that this would change your business if you're lucky enough to win. How do you wish your business will stay the same if you do?
We will stay the same in the integrity and trust portion. We have started by building relationships with our customers and our clients, and that will not change. We absolutely think everything comes back to relationship. In fact, we're trying to coach our clients to have a stronger relationship with their customers. And if we didn't take our own advice, we wouldn't be doing a very good job at that.
And Joe, I'm dying to know, what's been your favorite project to work on?
My favorite project goes right back to the beginning. One of the first projects that we completed in Cleveland, the pediatric dentist office that is now PDOC. We had a chance to start with that office and watch it iterate and grow as their business has grown, which has been a tremendous advantage to us. We have grown along with them. Not only that, my 3 children have had their teeth cleaned in that office for the entire time until they were past their teenage years. So we have, when I say we grew up with that business, I mean personally and professionally.
Okay, that's it. A great job from all of the contestants, but the pitches have been made. Now it's time for the judges to go deliberate and find out who's going to be the winner. The truth is, everyone's going to walk away with a significant amount of money, and we're about to find out what the awards are going to look like on today's Ideal Leap pitch competition. But when we come back, find out a little bit about the history of this competition and the impact it's had on our community. More with our TVFCU folks when we come back.
TVFCU, a place for all of us.
Today I've got some birthday money for you. First, we're gonna give, and it's gonna help feed the porcupines. And the second thing that we're gonna do is we need to save. Then we can go buy a tree with the rest of our money. Give, save, and spend. I'm Tammy Zumbrin with TVFCU at the Chattanooga Zoo, and we are sharing the magic.
TVFCU, a place for all of us.
It's my daughter's birthday, and we're smoking some jerk chicken, and we're going to celebrate. The unique thing about jerk chicken is the spice blend that they make. Lime juice, ginger, garlic, thyme, basil, allspice, berries. The history of jerk is about the story of the Maroons, Jamaican slaves who were on the run from their captors. They buried their food and smoked it in the ground so they can stay hidden. Serving food to me is about memory and passing down stories. It gives the dish or a meal a lot more meaning, and that's such a powerful thing. I feel like creating things like that for people to consume that'll nourish them brings you closer to God. I'm Chef Kenyatta Ashford with NutriGround and TVFCU, sharing the magic.
So while the judges deliberate, we thought we would educate you a little bit on the history of the TVFCU ID Elite Grant and then kind of have some special recognition as well today. This is Tommy Nix, Ryan Henn. They would say the co-creators of the grant. So good to see you both, and thanks for the wisdom you had a few years ago. What a great idea.
Thanks, Julie.
So it began, Tommy, as a loan, right? Mm-hmm. Now it's a full-fledged grant. But how did this all come to be?
Well, it started back in 2016 when we decided we needed to do something to help aspiring entrepreneurs, businesses who were getting ready to pivot, or businesses that just wanted to do something a little bit different. Mm-hmm. And so we created a loan program that has grown to a point to where it's been extremely successful. After 2 years, we decided we wanted to reinvest the proceeds from the loan program into a grant, and that started in 2018. So this is our 8th year of investing money in small businesses through the grant program.
It is pretty remarkable, Ryan, $1 million in those 8 years given out.
It's been so fun to give out this money. And the loan program is still active today. That is also what we do on a day-to-day basis. And then once a year when we're able to give this money away, it is so impactful for these businesses, and it's so rewarding to be able to do that on our side.
You know, I was thinking as y'all were talking about the years going by, so often when I'll talk to people on 3+U about events that they've had, they'll always say, well, there was a pause during COVID. You know, so it's the 25th year, but we have to say 23rd because we couldn't do it for 2 years during COVID. That didn't impact y'all. Y'all kept this going anyway.
It did. We actually canceled it initially.
Did you?
We did. And then as we realized that the world wasn't going to be as bad as we thought it was going to be, we resurrected it and did it as a virtual program, invitation only for the folks that had applied during the first 2 years. And we gave away 3 prizes that year. So it was different, it was virtual, but we were able to have it pulled off during the COVID year.
Well, and I guess I wanted to bring that up because it's kind of a feather in the cap, not only of the credit union, but of our community, because those years saw so many small businesses have to close up shop. So I'm sure it's very rewarding for y'all to know you still were able to give a helping hand.
Absolutely. Anything we can do to help lift this entrepreneurship in our communities is what we're here for.
So I guess you're not alone in
No.
that. There are a lot of people who champion this right along with you. You've got kind of a fun proclamation in your hand.
This was really interesting too to see how far the program has evolved. And Mayor Brooks with the city of Cleveland actually today has proclaimed this TVFCU Idea Leap Day. So this is super awesome for us, and we're so excited to be able to accept that and see this thing continue to grow.
I thought it was interesting too, with the couple of minutes we have left, and listening to the judges ask their questions of the contestants both yesterday and again today. They'll ask them things like, how are you going to handle it if competition comes your way? What sets you apart? What's been your greatest challenge, your greatest success? When folks come to you at the credit union, perhaps they want to get a loan.
Sure.
Be prepared for that type of conversation, because what you want is for them to be thinking about it.
Absolutely. You know, thinking about their business plan, what they're going to use this money for. Some of the exact things that the judges were judging these contestants on today is, how will this impact your business? How will this help you grow? How will it affect your income? We want to know about all those things when you come to us, so we can find a way or an avenue to steer you in the right direction and help help be successful with that.
Well, we have thoroughly enjoyed our months getting ready for today's competition, but it's here. The judges, I think, are through with their deliberation, so I think in less than a minute, we're going to find out who's going to walk away with $30,000, who's going to walk away with $15,000, the other three guaranteed to leave with $10,000. Everybody is a winner today, so are you ready to find out?
We can't wait to find out.
All right, stick around. Coming up next.
For all kinds of nests, Tvfcu Home Loans. For all kinds of wheels, Tvfcu Auto Loans.
Okay, the judges are back, and if we thought we were jittery before, we've really got the jitters now. Tommy, are you ready to find out who the winners are?
I am ready.
I know that I mentioned the judges being back. They're very near and dear to your heart. These are all volunteer judges who have come in, kind of give them a shout out and explain what they've been doing over the course of this competition.
Absolutely. We can't express our gratitude enough to the judges and them taking their time to volunteer and help us to bring this to fruition. They invest a huge amount of time in this. They watch videos, they go to site visits, they obviously are here and invest a huge, huge amount of their personal time in this to help us and to help these entrepreneurs, and so we can't express our gratitude enough. I do want to give a specific shout out though to Dion Jenkins, who is actually a TVFCU employee. Dion is the judge wrangler extraordinaire. She has to wrangle all of these judges, all of these contestants, and site visits and those kinds of things, and she does a phenomenal job, and we can't thank Dion enough for what she does for the credit union as well.
A very deserved shout out. So something else I want to let you know before we announce the recipients. This is a very important week. This is National Small Business Week, so very fitting that this is when the competition is taking place.
It is. We started this actually during Small Business Week in October a number of years ago. And when we got the opportunity to switch it to National Small Business Week, we took that chance. We wanted to invest in businesses and invest in the focus of this particular week. And we have grown it through the years from National Small Business Week. We have partnered with the Resource Collective, the Small Business Resource Collective here in Chattanooga, to put on Chattanooga Entrepreneurship Week. There'll be a bunch of events during the week, during this week, and really excited about being able to support small businesses.
All right, so I think Ryan's hands are getting heavy. He's sick of holding this money. So Todd, we are going to let you do the honors. Contestants, are you ready to find out? All right, Todd, the microphone's yours.
Good. Well, first I want to thank Julie and the entire 3+U team for helping us put this together this year. You've done a great job profiling all these small businesses and what impact they have on the community. So let's give some money away. Okay, so the first check we're going to give away is the $15,000. It's the second place check. So the $15,000 prize. Then we're going to move and give the $30,000 prize, the first place prize away. And all 5 teams are going to walk away with some money. The remaining 3 will get $10,000.
Here we go.
So the $15,000 winner is Bigfoot Outfitters.
Trevor,
congratulations. I'll hug you, Trevor. So I referenced you as having a little slice of heaven up there on the Ocoee River. Is that going to look even prettier now?
It is. It's a beautiful place, and we can't wait to get our boat ramp in and a pavilion. It's going to look great.
And the season's just starting, so can people join you for a tour?
Absolutely. We're doing rafting trips on the weekends now, and then starting in May or Memorial Weekend, we go to 5 days a week.
Okay,
Come
congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, good job.
Okay, now time for the grand prize. And the first place winner of the 2025 Ocoee Region Ideal Leap Grant is Visionary Motorsports and Fabrication.
Wait, I want one of those. Congratulations to you. Okay, can you even talk?
I'm so
so excited. Praise the Lord. Thank you so much.
So if I heard you, Bobby, you said that y'all have kind of got these orders in place, so you're ready to put this equipment order in.
Absolutely. We actually ordered a couple things because we knew we were going to get $10,000. These guys are awesome. And a couple of the items were, available. I was like, let's order these now, get them coming. And then, we didn't order everything because we didn't have that much money. But now we'll be able to order everything we can that we talked about.
Congratulations. Did you drive your baby blue Bronco down here?
It was raining, so I decided I needed to keep my hair dry.
Okay. Well, take her for a spin when you get home.
All over Cleveland. The world will know.
Congratulations. Okay, but the other three remaining still deserve a shout out and great awards for them as well.
That's correct. It's been a long road for all of these contestants, and we want to make sure that everybody who got this far walked away with a good prize. So, ThemeFusion Inc., $10,000.
Yay! I got to hug you and say thanks for your heart.
Oh, yeah. Thank you so much. This has been a great journey for us. We appreciate it.
Congratulations to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much.
All right, ThemeFusion. You can walk back.
Next, we have Flory Custom Woodworking, $10,000.
Great to see you. I'll hug you too. I wish you could have seen Josh and his son try to get that kitchen island in here. That was very impressive.
They can be heavy. Some of the things we do are kind of bulky, but we're so thankful for this. We're grateful for the opportunity and to have done all this. So we appreciate TVSCU for committing to the community. Thank you for letting us take your studio and have some fun here.
Anytime, and thanks for all that you do. Congratulations to you.
And Fraser's Fabrication.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Congratulations. So what you can't know about Andrew and Jaliek is that they came in with childcare to bring on site. Their two children are upstairs, but probably one of them's taking a nap by now.
No, they're both up running around.
You checked on them. Okay, so can we catch you at markets in the coming weeks?
Mm-hmm. We'll be at, we do a lot of craft shows. Sometimes we'll do the Chattanooga markets, as well as you can always find us on our website and get any copper piece you'd like ordered.
Okay, and your copper earrings look very pretty today. Thank you both so much. Congratulations. Okay, so as we wrap it up, you can go back. A quick reminder, all of these are local businesses. The credit union is your local credit union. So please, I know you can do a lot of things online, but don't forget the importance of shopping and supporting your local businesses. And even though this is the Ocoee region, that's an easy drive up from Chattanooga, so support them. Thanks for the partnership.
Thank you, Julie.
Our studio's never felt so full. This has been so much fun. And if you have an idea, if you're perhaps an entrepreneur and you have an idea for a business, why not give them a call, especially now during Small Business Week, tvfcu.com. I know that website by heart.
We're glad.
Congratulations!
Congrats.
It's over.
TVFCU, a place for all of us.
To me, there's nothing more exciting than the next project. You have to visualize it and you have to conceptualize it, and then you go ahead and just start taking wood off, chip at a time. That's when 2D really becomes 3D. The inside of a carousel horse is always hollow. Carvers like to leave a piece of history buried inside. But once you're carved enough on it, you put glass eyes into them. And when you do that, they start looking at you. And you'll be working and they'll be staring at you and making sure that you're doing a good job. Sometimes when it gets a little creepy in here, you start looking around and they're all watching you. They got a life of their own. I'm Larry Ridge with Horsing Around and TVFCU, sharing the magic.
TVFCU, a place for all of us.
It's my daughter's birthday and we're smoking some jerk chicken and we're going to celebrate. The unique thing about jerk chicken is the spice blend that they make. Lime juice, ginger, garlic, thyme, basil, allspice, berries. The history of jerk is about the story of the Maroons. Jamaican slaves who were on the run from their captors. They buried their food and smoked it in the ground so they can stay hidden. Serving food to me is about memory and passing down stories. It gives the dish or a meal a lot more meaning, and that's such a powerful thing. I feel like creating things like that for people to consume that'll nourish them brings you closer to God. I'm Chef Kenyatta Ashford with NutriGround and TVFCU, sharing the magic.